Good morning, Apollo Knots, and good morning, crypto world. And why am I giving a shout to the Apollo Knots? Because after yesterday's history-setting, and I do mean history-setting, Telegram surge with the newest airdrop, so many different people, over 100,000 at the total count of Telegram yesterday. So that's history-setting. Congrats. More Apollo information in the next video. A lot of information too, by the way. So that's going to be coming up shortly. But let's get to the main crypto news. Okay, you have Bitcoin at 63.98, Ethereum at 456, XRP at 46. And then keep in mind this. This market is sitting ready. It is obviously not surging to the point of going bonkers, but it is sitting ready. And when I say that, it's just going to happen. So now when you have a market cap at 259, and it's basically hitting right about there with a total daily volume at around 13 billion, somewhere in that area, depending on the exchanges and blah, blah, blah. Then the Bitcoin dominance still, of course, going to be there for as long as we can see this year, but down it will go as long as the altcoins surge and take over. Now, with the whole information here, you've got few people are talking about Bitcoin and going crazy in the value. I do see it too, down the road. And we'll go into that in 1 second. But before we do that, looking at the other coins, you do see that you got Bitcoin Cash at 740, EOS at 806. You got Litecoin at 80.01. Boy, whatever happened to Litecoin? And XLM at 19 cents. Cardano at 13 cents, IOTA at $1.03, and then Tron is at, wow. Okay, Tron. Well, that I'll look into Tron a little bit further because I have not been paying attention to it, but I guess a lot of other people haven't been paying attention. We got to find out what's going on with the network because that doesn't look good. They should have had the full independence, in which I know they did by the end of the month, but why hasn't the value of the coin gone up? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, now with the other news, and getting back to the Bitcoin pricing, there's Hayes. This guy has always been very, very, very bullish on Bitcoin, and there's a lot of people that are very, very bullish on Bitcoin, and a lot of people that have heavily invested. You may remember that there was a multi-millionaire who invested $270 million in Bitcoin just a few months ago. And why did he do that? Because he knows, even though the market has been coming down this year from the big, huge blow up in the fall, winter, and first half of January, it was coming down. It was going okay. It was bottoming out, basically. He bought $270 million worth of Bitcoin. What does that tell you? There's confidence. There's so many people that believe that Bitcoin is going to surge, and I do too. Why? The basics of supply and demand. And that, look at the coin supply, 21 million. You can see where that's going. And Bitcoin, the market that the Bitcoin is in, the cryptocurrency market, is in infancy. It's going to grow and grow and grow. And what's going to happen when the supply of Bitcoin gets down? You better believe it. Bitcoin becomes an asset, and it has been more of an asset than a currency. And it's something that is I think you're well advised to invest some into it. It'll go down, it'll come up, it'll go down. But when it surges up, you're going to be one happy camper. That's all I can say. Now, with the news flash, let's take a look. With the Bitcoin value and money coming into the market, you're hitting right around 6,300 as the average. And it's going to go from there upwards, but is it going to come down to way low? I don't think so. I don't think you're going to see a downturn where it could go to 5,000, 4,500. I don't. I see money coming into the market. And I see that what the summertime's doing is doing good. Now, with new news, Coinbase is opening up a new office in Portland. And of course, you may have heard that GDAX is now the pro version, and you'll see that coming down. But they've opened up this office in Portland. They've opened up one in Japan. They are expanding and making sure they're good with regulations in the United States, but also too opening up the aspect of having more coins in other countries listed on there. And why do they do that? Exchanges make tons of money by having all the coins. So the more coins, the more you make. Because keep in mind, most charge a startup fee, listing fee. Then if you don't hit the volume of a minimum volume, they delist you. So they keep the fee and delist. But most do the volume. And then when the volume is hit and keeps trading, they're making fees on the trades. So it behooves them to grow and get more coins. They've been restricted by the SEC in the United States, and that's why you don't see XRP on it. But, that is something that's going to change. We're going worldwide with that. And, of course, there's your piece at the bottom of Coinbase Pro. Now, XRP at 45 cents and just growing and slowing, but growing, staying steady. With the news of Ripple around the world, it is another good investment, in my opinion, to encapsulate all this. You should have in your portfolio some Bitcoin if you can get it, okay? Buy parts of it. XRP, lock and load. It's going to be worth a ton of money down the road. APL, the Apollo All-in-One, being launched this week. Yes, get those and get them in your portfolio. Why? That coin, the All-in-One, is going to surge, and it's going to surge huge. Now, with the new exchange opening up, Coinpulse, they gave July 1st as the day of opening. Let's see if that happens today. This Coinpulse exchange is going to be one of the most popular exchanges in the world because it does purely work off a very good premise of let the community decide what coins should be listed, and they make quick decisions. And that is something that's good. You get the popular coins on the market. Okay? And if you're wondering what the weekend version is going to give you as a nice surprise, well, there's not too much I can say except for this. This summer has begun, and guess what? The heat of the summer is going to kick butt. Okay? And that's all I can say. Kick butt. But in the meantime, there was a flood in China, and it knocked out a lot of mining. If you're not familiar with what happens with mining, folks, mining is like if you're in with APL for Apollo, forging. Okay, forging, mining. Basically, you're working the coins. It's producing the coin. So with the mining, look what happened in Sichuan, China. Look at that. All those processing pieces knocked into oblivion from the water. And basically the production of Bitcoin went down from 43 million TH per second to 30 million. Now they attribute that to the flood and also a heat wave in Eastern Europe. So when you have the effect on the Bitcoin hash rate, yep, that's an effect. And that is the ticket. So let's put it this way. China is huge in the production of Bitcoin. There's no doubt about that. But anybody like the Philippines and other countries are looking to get into it, it's something that they're going to do because China's cranking down. Now, that's just, I had to show you that flood area right there. All right, guys, that's just the encapsulation of the news of this morning. And more good news coming up regarding the Apollo launch this week. And I'll have that video next. Good morning, 5:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7/1/2018. 4th of July coming up soon in the United States. Yahoo! Everybody, have a great day today. Enjoy your Sunday.